So here I live in Jaipur in Rajasthan. So in Rajasthan, if I talk about food, so dal bati churma is the most famous food here. Have you visited Rajasthan ever?
No, didn't visit.
The dal bati churma, and if I talk about places, so there are many places, cities which is really famous. So particularly if I talk about my city, which is Jaipur city. So in Jaipur, Jal Mahal, Hawa Mahal, Jantar Mantar, Toran Dwar. These are very famous here. And the Jaipur city is also known as Pink City because in Jaipur there are a particular one place where in a row, um, pink uh, walls are there. Any hospital, any police station, schools, any shop, everything is in pink color. That's why it is known as the Pink City as well. Yeah.
Beginners, they speaking and they are learning English and reading English very well, but they are they can't speak in English. Yes, nervous is there, some afraid and hesitation is there. How to overcome hesitation and fear? I'm also beginner, that's why I asked that question.
Beautiful question, and every English learner have this question. So, you know what? To remove our hesitation, to remove our nervousness, there's only one solution, that is practice. Practice makes mean a perfect mean. So, you know what? I was also very nervous person. I was not in this starting very confident person that I am today. I had no confidence to talk with any strangers. I remember, in I used to not like talking with my relatives as well. I was very kind of person who was, you can say, introvert, an introvert person I was. But ever soon I started learning this language, so I started becoming comfortable with strangers. As I don't have any English environment, so I started using my online platforms where I used to connect with strangers, and I still use these kind of applications where I connect with the strangers. And this is how I started speaking in English. And I remember my first call, I was very nervous. I didn't know how to start the conversations, which questions I should ask and which I shouldn't ask. I was very clueless. But with time, I just stayed, maintained consistency, and yeah, with consistency, I am here today. I'm able to communicate with anyone. I do not have any kind of hesitation, and I am confident enough to talk with any stranger. I can approach anyone. Still, I know there are many areas where I need improvement. Sometimes I fumble, sometimes I make grammar mistakes. So these are very normal. It's the process of learning this language. So yeah, this is how they can remove that hesitation. Practice is everything, and consistency. Maintain consistency. That's the thing. Hmm.
And tell me, ma'am, tenses is important to talk in front of another.
See, I do not believe in learning all the grammar rules like active voice, passive voice. I do not believe in them. I believe that if you are starting from very scratch, so you do not have any clue that how to understand English and how to make sentences. That's why I believe that in this starting, you must learn tenses are really important. Tenses are about present, past, future. Okay, so these three tenses are really important to speak English. That's why I believe that you don't have to learn so many rules, all the grammar rules, but start from tenses. At least you should have a basic knowledge that how you can make sentences about your life. Like right now in present tense, what I am doing, I'm having conversation with you, I'm talking with you, and I will, and in future, if I talk about, so after this conversation, I will take lunch. I had lunch. You can make sentences like this. So past, present, future to make sentences are really important.
Okay,
Hmm.
thank you. And, how long you been learning this language and communication skills?
Okay.
Been learning.
So back in understood. Back in my school. I had only a subject. English was a subject, and I always treated English as a subject only. I used to study English just to pass exams. I just did formality to learn English. But I never tried to speak English. But after my schooling, I thought, let's learn this language. This is really important because whenever like my father is like to read newspaper, so sometimes he used to bring English newspaper as well. So, and he used to ask me that what is the meaning of that? You are studying English subject. So I was very clueless and I was feeling very shame that I don't know English. So I didn't want to live with this shame and with this regret that I didn't learn English. And whenever any electricity bill, water bill, any kind of document came to my house. So my father used to ask me only that what you have written in this letter. So I was very ashamed and tired from this. So that's why then I made my mind that I want to learn this language. I want to understand this language. I don't want to live with this regret, with this shame. Then yeah, I started learning English after like in back in 24. I started speaking English. Before that, I was just reading English only. I was not listening English as well. I didn't know that there are many channels on YouTube from where we can learn English. So yeah, I started listening English from YouTube, and I started initiated my speaking English from online platforms.
Exactly. Me also. I am before 2 months. I'm watching in many channels in YouTube. I'm watching only watching and then writing the tenses, grammar also. They are suggesting me some vocabulary. After my conversation, after my completed my first conversation, he teaches me why would you talk, you speak in your company. Why won't you speak in your company?
What are the things are you doing to improve your English? Are you using any platforms to speak English to do your hmm,
Of course, ma'am. Actually, I'm using in some applications is there. Its name is before I'm using Yes Fluency application in 6 months. It is providing only audio call, not a video conversation. That time, first time I get nervous, and then after I realized then we talk to freely, we talk in co-learners. It's improve my skills also. When I was in part one my video conversation, it's very nervous and I get I'm comfortable with you. Now I am comfortable with you. It's very feeling. And more than daily, I consistently I use the audio call also in video conferences. So then when I will get more free time, then I watch videos on English conversation skills. I write something. Then I will practice with my friends. I have 3 members with their friends. We are staying in one room in a single bedroom room. We discuss with I discuss with friends that it improves my skills. Also, I will move another company in few months to go. That's why I prepare my communication skills. I will grow my skills. It helps for easy to get job in crack interview. I think.
so for a professional purpose, you are learning this language. What will you do?
I want to become a good English.
I can see you are trying so hard to speak English. You are thinking and making sentence, then delivering that sentences to me. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed to see you like you are doing so well. You know what? I'm running a YouTube channel, and every day I'm getting so many comments. People are telling that I want to learn English, I can understand English, I can read English, but I'm not able to speak English. You know what? This is an excuse. If you really want to speak English from bottom of your heart, so you can speak it. Like you are trying so hard, you are thinking and delivering your message. That is really appreciable. I'm so impressed with you. It's really great. Yeah.
That's why I'm very fascinating to learn English language, and it's a global language. Another, it is where I can go. It's talk in English. They are talk in English only. I think that's why.
If you really want to complete your dreams, so you will speak, even though you are feeling nervous, you don't like to talk with strangers. But if that is really your dream to speak English, so you can do it. You will not make excuses. I also had so many excuses. You will not believe I was so introvert person. I used to not like with talking with any person. I remember in my school, in my classroom, I used to not talk with anybody, especially with boys. I just had two or three friends which are girls. So I used to talk with them only. I used to not communicate with anybody. But I know how I have come from those situations. I also had so many excuses, but I have beaten those excuses because I want to fulfill my dreams. So if a person who really want to fulfill their dreams, so he will not make excuses. We can manage a 15 or a 20 minutes easily. Okay, I really felt glad that we had this conversation and you were able to hold the conversation very nicely. I really liked the way you were convincing your messages. It was really appreciable. Just do it regularly with consistency. You will improve, and I hope you will get fluency in August month as you have made already your resolution. So, yeah, God bless you. Okay, bye and take care.